In section 2.2, you found an equation close to p equals f of t equals 0.82t minus 46.64 that models the percentage p of births outside of marriage at t years since 1900. We look at the data and we see from every 5 years from 1970 through 2005, the percentage of births outside of marriage has increased from 10.7 to around 40%. We're asked to first find an equation of F inverse. So F inverse of P equals. In this situation, when we're looking for an inverse function, we're solving for the independent variable. In this case, we're going to solve for t. In solving for t, we get the equation 1.22p equals 56.88 plus 56.88. Solving for t here, we would add 46 to both sides and then divide by 0.82. We're asked to find f of 100. F of 100 means that we're going to replace t in the f function. We're going to replace this t here with 100. So 0.82 times 100 minus 46.864, and we get 35.36. So what does this mean? This is the t value and this is the p value. How do I know that? I inputted a t and the output is f of t, which is a p, the percent. So this t value is 100. T is years since 1900. So this is 100 years from 1900, the year 2000, and this is the predicted percentage of births outside of marriage. So in 2000, 35.36 births were outside of marriage. Next, we're asked to find the inverse of 100. So this says, find F inverse of 100. And what does it mean in this situation? The inverse function is where we are going to solve for, we're going to replace the outside with 100 and solve by first subtracting adding the 46.64. So we have 100 plus 46.64, and then we're going to divide by 0.82, and we have 178.82. 178.83. 178.83. What does this mean? So again, we just replaced, this is the inverse, so the inverse means instead of being a t as the input, is now a p as an input. We set p to be 100 and we solve for t. This is a p, this is p, p is percentage of birth, so this is 100% of births. This is t, t is years since 1900. This is 179 years since 1900. That's the year 2079. So in 2079, 100% of births are outside of marriage. What is the slope of the inverse function, and what does it mean in this situation? The slope is 1.22. And what does this mean in this situation? Well, we're going to, the slope normally is the change in y over the change in x, which is the change in p over the change in t. But when we swap the x and y values, or we swap the p's and t's, it's now the change in t over the change in p. So for one change in p, for 1% increase, the year increases by 1.22. So the percentage of births increase by about 1% every 1.22 years.